Hello and welcome to another Friday YouTube video where I talk about one aspect of gua sha. So today we're going to have a look at the chest area. So don't forget to like this video. You can click the like button somewhere around there and subscribe to this channel so you can get more videos like this. And come and say hi to me on any of the social networks. All the links are in the information below. Now, quite often I have a microphone put just here, especially when I'm outside. And whenever I do anything in the chest, I always hit the microphone constantly. And it's almost unusable, the material that I film. So right now I'm okay because my microphone is right here. Let me just bring it. There it is. And so we're okay. So my chest is free. I can touch this area and we're not going to have all this banging on the microphone. So first of all, just talk about what are we looking at when you're going to do the chest area in gua sha and why would you do it? Well, the obvious thing about the chest is to relieve the whole chest. And the great thing, if you're going to treat just in this section here where you've got the sternum bone, it's going to affect the back as well. And there's a very obvious reason for this. Your rib cage goes all the way around your body, and so does the muscles, the intercostal muscles coming around. And so you'll find that what happens in the front also happens on the back. So what's in this area here? So we've got the sternum bone, which is this hard bone in the middle of your chest. And just above it is the manubrium, which is another part which is put on top of the sternum, just where your neck begins. And the xiphoid process, which is right at the bottom of your sternum, which in some people it might stick out, some people it might bend in, but it's somewhere at the bottom of where your sternum is. And so this structure is kind of held in place by a variety of different muscles and ligaments, which are connected to other parts of this area. So the ribs are all attached with ligaments to the side of the sternum. And there's something called the sternalis muscle, which is a muscle which is covering the whole of the sternum coming down the side. And the pecs, the pectoralis muscle, they also attach to the sternum as well. Now, there's also something really important, is the internal thoracic artery also comes to the sternum area in various places. So we've got all these connections at the front of your body, just around where the sternum is. It's going to affect basically the whole chest area. And it's really a great area to use gua sha on. Now, if we think in terms of Chinese medicine, and I always advise you to think in terms of Chinese medicine because this is where gua sha comes from, there's the Ren reservoir, the channel which is in the middle of the sternum coming all the way up to your face. And there are always places along there which feel a bit sore when you push. You can try it yourself. Push along the midline of the sternum. And you can go up or you can go down, but just push and just look for sore places, and you're pretty guaranteed to find one place that's it's gonna feel a bit funny because you push here and you're gonna feel something in your back. And this is the connection. And this Ren reservoir is deeper but more superficial would be what's called the kidney sinew channel, which is this whole area here. And if we look at this area to the side of that, basically the whole front of your body is the stomach sinew area. So we've got lots of things happening in this part of your body, which if you're just going to scrape down, you're doing so many things. You're not just scraping down the skin of the sternum. So how are you going to do this? So you get your tool. You can either go over your clothes, like I'm going to do right now, or go onto the skin and use some kind of lubrication, because this area gets sha on the skin. And if you're not sure what sha is, go listen to my podcast, because there's an episode which talks exactly about what is sha and what happens to your skin underneath. But basically there might be some red marks on your skin. And so you're just going to scrape downwards. So remember, each scrape is about the length of the distance between your thumb and your little finger coming across, and the tip of your middle finger and your wrist coming down. So it's kind of in the middle of those two. And scrape. So remember, where's the force coming from? It's coming from your shoulder. And this is all relaxed and this is relaxed. So I'm scraping down and then I'm lifting off. I'm coming up to where I was and then I'm scraping down again. But it kind of looks like I'm doing this, but I'm not doing that. I'm starting at the top, coming down, lifting off, coming back up, and then keeping the contact again, coming down. But that's what I'm doing by doing this. So I'm right in the middle of my sternum right now, and I can feel one place which is feeling kind of a little bit sore. And can you hear it? Now, sometimes you're going to hear or feel crunching. Now, you can feel it through the tool if you're treating someone else, but you can also hear it. And that crunching feeling is an area that just continue doing gua sha over that area. So if you're doing this, do it for a few minutes, no more. And the chances are you're going to have some sha in this area here. So watch out if you're doing anything that has to reveal this area of your chest and you don't want sha to be there, then be careful what you're doing, because this area is quite exposed. Now, as well as going down the sternum, you can also follow the rib cage around. So that means go in the intercostal spaces. So that means you just find ribs and go into the space between the ribs. Don't actually go on the rib itself, and scrape. This time you're going across, following the rib space. So watch out for treating the breast area, and best to avoid actually treating the breast itself because of the presence of the glands in that area. Although there are treatments that you can actually treat over the breast tissue, but that's more based on treating illness. And on both men and women, avoid scraping directly over the nipple area. So you're just covering the free areas of your ribs and in the intercostal spaces up to the side of your body, as far as you can go. So a simple treatment like this is actually part of a wider treatment, and what you're actually doing is you're treating the fascia on the front of the body, which is basically the sternalis muscle, which is here, which is then connected up to your neck and up to your face. So actually it's part of a facial treatment, but you're also treating going further down the body, so you're treating the abdomen as well, and further down basically it's the stomach channel. And interestingly, the chest cavity, which is made up of a whole muscular structure, is actually called the great collateral of the pancreas, and it's the direct connection between the state of the muscles in the chest area and the state of the pancreas and the digestive system. So whether you're treating the face or whether you're treating the body, scraping down the sternal area and across the ribs is a fantastic addition which will really help both of those, both your face and your body.